Hayes, Fight Hub TV, powered by Stagefront VIP with the one and only, the Hammer himself, Erickson Lubin. What's going on, Hammer? How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm great.
Getting ready to get back in the saddle. Luis Arias, man, talk to us about the upcoming bout.
Someone I'm familiar with, real familiar with Luis Arias. I'm ready to go, man. I'm just ready to go. You know, we both had some words of exchange on Twitter, and it's time to back that shit up.
And touch on that for a second, man. I mean, we see words. It's kind of. I thought you guys were decent. It looks like it's some bad blood brewing here.
It ain't bad blood for me. It's all business. It's all business, and I'm ready to handle mine. You know, he has some words. I saw him say a few things on Instagram and Twitter, so I just responded. Basically, I just said what I had to say. I said that he ain't on my level, and that's how I feel, and that's what I'm gonna show on Saturday night. Like I said, man, I don't really think he's on my level. I feel like I'm the faster fighter. I feel like I'm stronger than he is. I feel like my IQ is better than his. So I'll be able to dictate on Saturday, dictate what I want to do and how I want to do it. You know, he's a solid fighter. Don't get me wrong. Like if you don't come on your A game, he can upset you like how he did Jared Hurd. But then again, he got losses to guys like Vaughn Alexander and Luke Keeler. But I'm expecting the best Luis Arias to be in the ring on Saturday night, and I still think, I'm gonna go out there and do my thing. I'm looking to make a big comeback, looking to come back strong, from the Fundora loss and put myself in bigger fights.
And speaking of that, your name will be forever synonymous with Sebastian Fundora because it was one of the best fights of the year, all the way down into the end. What have you done? What have you changed since the bout with Fundora?
Not much, really. Not much. Just changed my environment a little bit. Just keeping the right people around me. Not really getting caught up in bullshit. Being around the wrong people. Just focusing on my craft, trying to master it. I'm just chasing, man. I'm still chasing. I'm out here trying to be in bigger fights. So, I'm looking to make a statement on Saturday night. Training hard. I trained hard this camp. I've been training since the Fundora fight, really. Ever since I was okay to go train, I've been in the gym since. And you could see, you'll be able to see it in my skill set on Saturday night. Guaranteed. Okay. A lot of people, they don't bounce back from fights like this, but what I gotta say that, once I'm back, I'm back. I'm back in that ring, then I'm back. I got one of the best trainers in boxing ever. He's able to see that in the gym. And he
Coach Kevin.
Yeah, and he sees that I'm back, and he knows that I'm even better. We get better every fight.
As far as you can see, where are you physically after such a grueling fight? I know you've taken quite a bit of time off. Are you back? You look good. You look good. Looks like all the lumps and the bruises have all healed up. You look even better than when I saw you the last time. Where are you physically right now, Erickson?
Physically, I'm at my best. I'm at my best, and I'm not just saying that, just because people are watching. I'm saying that because I really feel my best. I switched up my diet. I've been eating the right things, putting the right things in my body. I've been doing everything the right way. Just being on top of my game, trying to master my craft. So yeah, I feel better than ever.
Do you think you have the ability to knock Luis Arias out?
Do I? Do I? Yeah, I do. I got the ability to knock anybody out in this weight class. And I'm kind of going in there with that with that on my mind a little bit. You know, not trying to force the knockout, but you know, I'm definitely trying to make a statement on Saturday. You know, and if he's there to take that punishment for 12 or 10 rounds, whatever it is, then you know, so be it. I'll take a win. A win is a win to me. Looking to go out there and just win.
Spence Crawford, we are going to get the big fight, the most mega fight, probably arguably the biggest fight in the last 40 years, depending on what side of the boxing fence you lie on. Break it down for us. It's finally here. Errol Spence Jr., Terence Bud Crawford. What do you think about the matchup?
Great matchup, man. You know, we've been waiting on a fight like that for a while. We've been waiting on that matchup for a while. And you know, I'm glad both dudes were able to make the fight happen. You know, it's a 50-50 fight in my opinion. Big 50-50 fight. You know, right now I'm leaning towards Crawford, but you know, my answer could probably change in the next day or so. You know, I just think it's a big fight for boxing, and I'm just gonna sit back and watch as a fan. You know,
If you had to pick, what's the most critical key to victory for each guy, starting with Errol Spence Jr.?
I think Errol Spence got to utilize his jab and use it early and break Crawford down with you know those big body shots he likes to throw. You know, I think Terence Crawford might lack in the defensive department just a little bit. I think he has great defense, but you know he does get hit too. So getting hit by a guy like Spence might not be you know the best idea. And I feel like Crawford just he got to go in there and just be on his game all night. Be on his game all night. Use his feet. You know I think he might be the smaller guy. So I think he got to box a little bit, but at the same time, you know let Errol feel it. Let Errol feel it a little bit and you know box but punch at the same time.
You think we're going to see a decision?
Highly doubted. Both of those dudes are animals. You know, and they're both competitive. They both got that mindset that, you know, they want to hurt something. They don't want to be in there just, you know, going the whole 12 rounds. They wanna they wanna both get each other out of there. So we'll see what happens.
Definitely, man.
I'm I'm a fan that night, man. I'm just a you know, it's great for boxing. I think we're all winners. The fans are the winners.
When we start talking about 54, we start talking about the division. One name that's surging on everybody's lips is Tim Tszyu. We just saw Tim Tszyu absolutely blow out the water Carlos Ocampo the other night on Showtime. What do you think about Tim Tszyu and the way he's starting to look and his quest for the belt?
Um, I feel like Tim Tszyu's a solid fighter, real strong, aggressive, but he fought Carlos Ocampo. You know, Spence put him out in the first round as well. I feel like Tim Tszyu just did what Tim Tszyu was supposed to do. If he really you know is high on himself and people are high on him, then he did what he was supposed to do. Carlos Ocampo isn't you know the cream of the crop to me.
What do you think
He's a
about what
he's a C-level fighter.
you said he's a C-level fighter?
Yeah, I feel like Carlos Ocampo is a C-level fighter, maybe less than that.
So not really doesn't belong in the ring with the upper echelon is what you're saying.
Not at all. You know, Tim Tszyu, he beat a guy like Tony Harrison. That was a magnificent win. That was a great win. Terrell Boucher, great win. But you know, he kind of went backwards fighting Carlos Ocampo, but he did go in there and he did his thing. He got rid of him in one round, and that was impressive.
What are your goals with you being refocused, excising some things out of your life that kind of don't belong there? What are Erickson Lubin's goals here going forward at 154 pounds?
My goal is to definitely capture a world title. You know, that's first and foremost. And you know, rectify my defeats, man. Make those right. You know, going there with Sebastian Fundora again. Going there with Charlo again. You know, those are fights I'm looking forward to. And if those fights don't present itself sooner than later, then we still got more fish to fry. Like guys like Brian Mendoza or the winner of Saturday night's main event with Junior Williams and Carlos Adames. I could see myself in the ring with one of those guys. So, I'm looking to be one of those top guys the top guy in the division. And put myself in bigger matchups than Luis Arias. I'm not overlooking him. I'm definitely not overlooking. I don't overlook nobody. I'm just setting the bar for myself. That's why I say I want to go in there and I want to stop him. I want to be the first one to stop Luis Arias. He's never been stopped. He fought guys like Jared Hurd. He's fought guys like Daniel Jacobs, but I just want to be the first one to do it. Set the bar for myself.
Okay. When we start talking about the main event, you're involved in probably what is one of the most unheralded main events, but it's going to be a barn burner of a fight. We got J-Rock versus Carlos Adames. Break down that main event. What do you think about those two?
I think Carlos Adames is a explosive fighter. He's real explosive, but I feel like he tends to fade. Later in the fight. So if Junior Williams could pick it up on him and take the fight to him later in the fight, then we might see a different type of fight. Might see J-Rock get in his bag a little bit like how he did with Swift Jared Hurd.
Who do you think you match up best with out of the main event?
Both.
We look forward to seeing you on Fight Night, man. If you could give a message to your fans, all the people that are standing with you and rocking with you.
I just want my fans, I want to thank the ones that still support me, and the ones that doubt me, I want them to keep that same energy, because on Saturday night, I feel like, it's just another step in my career, and I feel like I'm gonna come out with the stoppage win, and move on to bigger fish. So tune in, Hammer Time on Showtime.